Mm. What a day, what a day. I haven't slept yet. It's all been just melted into one long. Is it possible to have 2.5 days all in one 24-hour period? Of course not, but here I am. I've decided for some reason to hoard my power and what little control I have over things and stay in this here parking spot a little longer than I usually would. And I must say, it's been kind of fun to watch this one guy keep going round and round. Holy, but Jesus H, by God, could it be? Or am I hallucinating from a sleep deprivation? By the way, who my brother, it is good to see you up and at him. Hold the phone, man. Oh, man, I got to get the camera on. Let me make sure I'm naked. There's no real uniform on. Holy crap, dude. Yo, Bert, what you doing here? What you doing here, man? Come on, bro. Bert, man, where you at, son? Oh my God, we gotta hang out, dude. That right there, okay? This dude is the one that inspired me to ever feel like doing a live stream with multiple panels was ever okay and an actual thing. Holy crap! All right, I'm backing up, so I got to have a little multiple choice distractions here. Holy H, son. Maxwell, what's up, bro? So here's where I am at thus far. Okay, I my sleep schedule's out of whack. It's amazing. You know, when are y'all gonna get tired of this? I work, and then I get my 2 days off that I'm always psyched for. Let's not touch tips, lady. Okay. And then when those 2 days come, it's idle time, and I end up getting stupid depressed. Oh, yes, kids, please run in front of my vehicle. It's okay. I clearly don't have a busted bumper. I am the right one to run in front of. So, anyway, how you all doing today? For Feral Chinchilla? Damn, Burt Gummer. Where the hell are you, man? Where are you hiding? I've had bounty hunters and Apache helicopters. I've had like what do you call them? Uh, Infiltrated elephants in like hunter wear. Did that make a damn lick of sense? Looking for you in the trenches. Man, I got elephants in the trenches, Bert. Holy crap, that's an OG right there from the Stuck in the Middle days. You guys remember that dude, Josh? I think I do too. Vaguely, vaguely. It's that blonde guy. I always say he looked like Ryan Gosling or something. So, ranting, here I am. When I can't sleep, my mind seems to go to strange places. I'm sure we all empathize on that. I started watching, I don't know why. This has all been overdone time and time again by our media, by our entertainment industry as it is, but I started rewatching that Dahmer series with that, what's his name, Evan Peters fella. It's not a good thing to watch when you're not able to sleep. Put me in like just a bad headspace. It just felt negative. Oh, and by the way, that tech issue that kept happening with my computer, completely repaired and fixed. I just had to buy one stupid piece. So you can expect, I'm very, very happy to say, and the confidence I'll have without being paranoid that suddenly I won't be able to see what's on the screen and I'll be talking into the void, the endless abyss that is my future. And yeah, I'll be up and at 'em and ready to go. So, assuming I don't fall prey to the lack of sleep, please expect me tonight. I'm gonna take that ever-loving, famous bicycle I bought and put it to use again. I don't want it to collect dust. I gotta keep on doing my best with staying physical. Okay, healthy body, healthy mind. I gained 2 pounds, and you know all the bitching I do about Grubhub, and I went and oh God, I don't know, got $47 worth of Burger King yesterday and then decided to sleep. And I wonder why I can't lose the weight. By the way, I am officially 90 days sober. Base Girl! What's up, Base Girl? Base Girl, did you ever meet Burt Gummer live? Burt Gummer live is a very famous old man. He, once upon a time, see, we met in Hawaii. It was a honeymoon. He met his partner, I had my partner, but Bert and I, we We shared some exotic conversation in a bungalow. Then he showed me how to use StreamYard. And here we are today. Fast forward. Nothing else happened from that time to this. Just just that magical time when he taught me how to use StreamYard in a bungalow in Hawaii. And this moment now. That guy's speeding. What an a-hole. Okay, fine. I'll just sit for all the traffic. You guys actually enjoy these rants? No. No, not a bike. You see, the way you're saying bike, Bert, would definitely imply like a cool bike. I'm talking about a bicycle, bro. I'm talking about like going back to the high school days bicycle. I just took the training wheels off too. So I'm getting comfortable. It is one of the few cathartic things I have aside from venting, ranting, and doing whatever I consider to be a show on these mother loving fucking the streams that I do where I pick topics and I just go on a diatribe. Sometimes I do host some open panels or I'll invite specific people. Seafowls is a name you'll be seeing around here. If you get back to YouTube, I have missed you truly, bro. It is great to see you again. Um, Please feel free to check this channel out. This stupid motherfucking clucking channel. Yeah, check it out around oh, let me see. Let me put the stupid camera on. I'd say usually around 9 or 10 is when I typically would go live. And now that I'm off of work early, I can do the dangerous thing and dare to take a nap. Oh, wait, yeah, I sold your CRF for a pedal. You? It was in a yacht. Oh, the bungalow was when we had all the girls. Those were good times, magical times. Then I woke up, realized nothing cool has ever happened. Oh, woe is me. Oh, woe. Yeah, all right. So a conversation I had with one of my reps at the mystery job that doesn't exist was about rich people. Rich people, you crazy. We were talking about, what was it? Will Smith, P. Diddy, and the connection of having all this information that we have this access to, right? And of course, we started talking about some of the more conspiracy stuff, like that one meeting in the what was it, the 1900s, with all these wealthy families coming together, and we speculate that it was just them kind of divvying up resources in the United States, and we were touching on this topic, like how is it's so insane that we know these radical truths and still call them conspiracy. Like, what is it about the status quo, man or woman, that just doesn't whatever the next necessary step would be to initiate change? And I'm not the guy, I'm not the leader, I'm not the one to know what that fucking looks like, but I mean all these crazy things that we know. And what is it with we were on the topic as well. I'm all over the place, I know. Cut me the slack with the sleep deprivation here. Talking about these wealthy people. He didn't hear about Bohemian Grove, but it's telling him, the Will Smith, the interview with Will Smith's best friend, talking about walking on him, getting blasted from behind, and P. Diddy calling all. I saw compilation footage on World Star Hip Hop where you could just see P. Diddy calling all these gangsters daddy, and he's dancing up on these men with no shirts on, and he gave Birdman was like kind of a big dude, like he's like a gangster guy. You don't really consider the type of fella you want to go giving a little pop kiss on the cheek. And then what's up with that whole footage, which I sent to myself? I've got a bunch of clips for when I go live, inevitably, again, from my PC that will no longer go blank on me, where P. Diddy walks up on Justin Bieber when he's still like 15, and he's like, hey, man, I noticed you're not calling me as much, huh? You're going around town, and you can clearly see Justin Bieber, that kid that's got really famous and all that with the songs and the stuff and the things, baby, Canadian. P. Diddy's just pressing him about how he's not keeping in touch. It's a 15. I understand he helped get his career jump started. He just gave Justin Bieber that, what was it called? He gave him like, what was it, a Lamborghini, like as a gift? Like we give shit to some other artists if they give a truck, but like we're talking about some top tier vehicles here. He just, check this out. Check this out, Justin. Yo, man. Psh, Look at that there. Look at that. I'm your daddy. He doesn't say that. I'm just envisioning in his mind. I own you now. I own you, and now I've done this in public, and I want everybody to know that you're my bitch. Hold my pocket. And then I envision him just like Dave Chappelle showing. He jumps in his bodyguard's arms, who walks him away, carrying him like a bitch to go get some pure Cambodian goat milk. Y'all remember that? Okay, Dave Chappelle was telling us. Seafowl's in the house. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Dre, joke. Okay, Dre. I seen the picture of him in drag, dude. He never really brought that up. I've seen other rappers attack him for it. It's crazy, man. Like the individuals that we could maybe argue are not the most successful in the mainstream aspect that have taken they're taking that little bit of leverage of not selling their entire souls or putting themselves in odd, strange, compromising situations or what have you, and they're starting to call out like Katt Williams' entire point about Kevin Hart just kind of appearing and being a big deal. That's kind of exactly how I envision it. Kevin Hart, I don't remember him coming up in stand up. I followed Katt Williams' career from way before the Kings of Comedy. He was right about Steve Harvey. I hate that motherfucker. Steve Harvey is a little conniving bitch. Um, Cedric, I don't know, he's got issues with Cedric, but like Kevin Hart, he said he's a plant, right? Okay. So the burden of proof always lies on he who makes the claim. So we look at that. Just try and remember. Does anybody remember like early Kevin Hart part in his career? Like I can go way back into like In Living Color with the Wayans brothers, Jim Carrey, Mad TV, with Bobby Lee, or the guy that voiced Samurai Jack. My bad for not having the name here. You can go back to so many places and find like receipts of where these people got their start. But Kevin Hart comes out of the freaking, yeah, White Dragon, exactly. That was his point. Out of the blue, box office making AAA title movies starring with Dwayne Johnson, just boom. All of a sudden, he's filling stadiums. How do you do that? And what kind of inspiration does that make or leave, or what message does that send to anybody that wants to work their way up properly? Or does that send the message, play ball? And then I'll never forget, Kevin Hart had the ability with his integrity intact to say, I've never been asked to get an address and I wouldn't get an address when it was fresh off of Chappelle talking about how they all wanted to put him in it. It's a rite of passage. And Kevin Hart was holding the line there. And then what was it? Just weeks later, SNL, he's in a freaking dress and defending it. Oh, I thought it was funny in the sketch. I don't know. I think I mean, I don't. This is obvious to me. I don't think it. I'm gonna go as far as with my ego and say I believe I know it that Hollywood does like to flex, that it can break people and make them go back on their own, like just walk over your own backbone somehow and be just a shadow of what you once were. All the principles you stood for are now just a laughing talking point to the people that watched you grow, and just boom, dynamite. You're headlining these stadiums and you're being advertised. Like that's what it is when you have a mainstream uh somebody that signs to you and being able to advertise you to the masses. It's crazy. My appreciation for the independent artist is forever. Let me see what we got here, Maxwell. What you got? What? Hold up, Bert. Tupac is like a huge motivation to my entire like hip hop catalog. I don't know, man. He was a ladies' man. You cannot be telling me Tupac was gay, bro. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to get on panel with that one, son. Jada is the devil and incarnate, and I cannot like can I or can I not believe that Jada and Will Smith were like divorced for how long? 8 years? Who gives a shit? I just find it hilarious that all this like crazy rich people creepy shit is coming to fruition. And my friend that my rep he was just telling me, look, man, people just get so rich that they just get bored. There's nothing they can't have and do, so they go to these extremes. It can't just be that that formula can't always add up, right? Please tell me that there are people that just get stupid rich and don't, like, I don't know, go to Bohemian Grove. You guys saw when Kid Rock, yeah, Kid Rock, not Chris Rock, Kid Rock was on Joe Rogan's podcast not terribly long ago, and they were openly talking about how Kid Rock was invited to Bohemian Grove, was there. He started naming off names of the celebrities he saw there, how he punched a kid that was there and then helped them up. And obviously, when did Bohemian Grove become a mainstream acceptable thing? Like, it's all out in the open. Is it a joke now? Because they're still doing why can't I see C-Fowls? Oh, you're right there, man. Barb. Hey, beautiful. Barry Wood, what's up? At least they're yeah, point taken. I mean, they are rich, stupid rich. But like, what is it with these rich people doing these just strange, I don't know, strange behavior? Like Bohemian Grove, Alex Jones broke that shit open. You remember when we saw it was so golden, and I feel like somehow, some way, without us noticing, the very powers that be that were all up in arms that it was even exposed and brought out to the public are now openly talking about it and joking about being there. And yeah, you can go and check the last Kid Rock and Joe Rogan podcast, because Joe Rogan is back on YouTube, and he's just like all just chill. Yeah, I was in the Bohemian Grove. Everybody they were doing their chanting, and I got to speak to this and that guy. It's pretty cool. The names he's dropping, like major mainstream names, and who did he say was there? Oh fuck, Stephen Hunt. I Don't let me get it wrong for you. Feel free to check it out. You can find the JRE clip if you just type JRE clip, Kid Rock. Just how did this not become a big deal? I missed something. I missed something. I don't know how. I thought we had just a low form of respect for people that were dealing with whatever that ritual is, because it appeared to me to be some sort of worship to Moloch. I'm not even going to pretend that I understand the whole thing, that the ritual, the performance. It looks like a simulation of sacrificing a child. It's creepy shit. And Kid freaking Rock is just talking about how he had a grand old time drinking his Bud Light, and oh yeah, some kid got close, and he called him a kid, but I think he's just meaning he was a younger person, some yuppie, and he punched him in the face, and then helped him back up. I don't know, man. Check it out. You tell me bullshit, but it's amazing how somehow the narrative can change almost overnight, just like the party swap. How the left becomes the right and the right becomes the left, and all this happens seemingly without us being able to grasp it and describe it as it's happening, because just one day the world slowly goes this way or that way and things are different, and it all happened in such a way that you weren't even able to dissect it and make it make sense, because I don't recognize the left party that is simping for the billionaires and for censorship anymore. I heard Bernie Sanders last night. That used to always, that was my guy when I was the progressive. And my father was listening. I'm like, is that Bernie? He had my heart, but he broke my heart, and I can't forgive him for that. Uh, Bernie Sanders. That's a whole topic I'm gonna have to revisit one day, because I was really Bernie or bust, man. I was insane. If you ever feel really, really bored and you go back to Stuck in the Middle, when I first started out with Josh, go see how democratic I was. Okay, absolutely defending Antifa, defending I guess, what did I call it? I used to always call it democratic socialism. I am hardline red pilled 100%. And the DNC is just all too powerful. I'm terrified of the DNC because of their sneaky pandering ways. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat the RNC and say that they're the only solution. I wish we had more than two fucking choices, But yeah, I can't make it any more clear. When it comes to what we have available to us in this next election cycle, Trump is clearly the only one that I'm going to consider. How can the DNC have all this power and get it so wrong when it comes to getting somebody on the roster? I think it's obvious that they don't really need the control. Like they don't need the illusion of control. They don't need a president up in the office anymore. They can just have you all hating on a Republican president and still own whatever, the House, the Senate, pass all the bills, legislation. Everybody's getting paid to play. The corruption is legal. The legislation literally has it as it is, and there's just the accountability is it's never laid at the feet of those who need to have it. I watched if you want to get an interesting documentary in, check out the program, and I will check out all vids sent to me. Thank you, thank you. Check out this docu series called The Program on Netflix. It's a crazy documentary that started with this poor woman who went through hell at a facility that is worse than a prison, as described by all the victims. And it starts with her just trying to expose the one place she went to, Ivy Ridge, and then it became follow the money, and then before you know it, we're finding, and it's this one guy, right? That Narvard Litchfield. That sounds like a Voldemort supervillain name if I ever heard one. Lar, Lar, Narvard Litchfield. Look up that name. This guy is tied to every for-profit, send your troubled teenager over here, and how they implement old school 70s cult-like tactics and mind control, things that were also learned and taught during the 60s, and how the same groups of people through the great awakening of the third eye and the consciousness all made these splinter groups that made all these different separate kind of cults, and then monetize these cults into saying, oh, where they can literally kidnap your child legally, like in the state of Utah, which is the #1 state where people can go to send their kids if they are a troubled teenager. And the law is written that your kid does not need to voluntarily go to these places. They're all for profit. They're run is grotesque what they do, and the footage that these people found at the site. It was the whole class. A lot of the people that was in this class of the Ivy Ridge school, and they got a diploma, and they all learned it wasn't worth a damn. It didn't get them a job or a college, but this one strong woman got a bunch of these other survivors and made this amazing documentary. It's about 3 episodes long. Just this is unregulated. Then they did also track down, there was a politician connected, as there always will be, who is now a preacher. Not a shocker to me. And yeah, I can't recommend it enough. And this is one where I'd love your insight. Would regulation actually help? Because they found in some of these emails and documentation, one of the people that was being very blunt about it, all the money that gets sent to the state, in this case Utah, those pristine, that's a quote, dollars are for our state. We don't need the government taking this money. So we have an unregulated, completely corrupt, and backwards, untrained, uncertified people that are acting like teachers and authority figures. Some of them were making $5.50 an hour. They found video footage of just beating these kids and restraining them, putting them in isolation. This is a lot to put on you guys. Thanks for bearing with me on my rant aside. Hi, Crystal. I see you. Everybody meet Crystal. That's one of my first loves from way back in the day. She has a published book, hence the name Crystal Phoenix Rising. Do give it a check out. You can find her, I believe, chilling at the C Files channel. That's the place to be, man. This is where the has-beens come to die, right here over at Progressive Patriot. I'm with you on the few regulations, but Maxwell, if you happen to take a look at this little documentary, I'd love your insight, because there has to be an alternative. I agree, because that the states that these places opened up, they were targeted because of how poor the income was for the average household. So, they made very strategic decisions, these wealthy companies that found 72 different LLCs and shadow companies, and then just followed the money and got right to the family that was benefiting the most from these cruel, cruel places. We had American, I don't want to call it a school. I don't know what to call it. It was supposed to fix your kid, right? They had one in the Czech Republic, in Mexico. They were trying to escape as much accountability as possible because they knew they can get away with more outside of the states, but there's still places opening. One goes down, another pops up. It's like whack-a-mole. And this is happening in real time. There's such a huge concern for the children. Well, here's something that's tangible. It was talked about at great length in 2005. There was a whole bill and an act being passed, and then what happened? Just died out. The fire went out. The smoke was no longer lingering. So again, I guess this has just turned into a promotion to just get educated about, if you really want to save some kids from abuse and cults, check out the program on Netflix, please. With that, I think I'm tired now. I've just ranted a lot. This has been very emotionally jarring. Oh my God, Burt Gummer's still here. And yeah, no, bicycle, blah blah blah. I'm gonna go pet my dog. That's not code for anything. Sick bastards. My channel owns your soul. Get out of here with that. My soul is my. I don't really believe in a soul. I believe in synapses in the brain, electrodes. That's the soul right there. Uh-oh. I don't don't take me the wrong way. Oh, do you think someone abused P. Diddy? If so, who do you think started P. Diddy off on his trial of suffrage? Quincy Jones? That goes way back. I mean, that's honestly a good question. This is like what came first, the chicken or the egg? I Without having enough knowledge of who mentored P. Diddy, I mean, he just kind of naturally became this grooming piece of shit as he amassed his wealth. And there's even speculation to this day that he had something to do with having BIG taken out. I don't know if I believe in it that deep, but all the crazy shit that's come out about him. And if you just look at the literal charges, oh, Crystal, don't be doing that, sweetie. Oh, geez. I mean, Crystal, all right, I appreciate that. I will try not to make this as awkward as possible because I always feel awkward when people do the thing. But thank you, sweetheart. I do appreciate that. And your channel is gonna get going if you have good company here. You keep up with Seafowls Base Girl and anybody within the Seafowls community or the Carney Army, some call it. We have a human fart that we all know. We're hoping that she's become less of a human fart bubble and moved on to greener pastures. But anybody that's not that person, it's pretty good to talk to around these parts, and we can get your channel up and going. Crystal does have quite a story. I was there for some of it. Some of my sweetest memories from middle school to and then a little bit in high school, and then a little bit after. But yeah, she's always gonna be somebody that I'll always remember, and that makes her extra special. So check her out and check. Oh, all right, base girl, take care. Thank you for El Chinchilla. The type of behavior is typically learned and repeated. But yeah, hurt people hurt people. I saw that one a lot on the documentary. So, okay, instead of making a prolonged goodbye, I'm just going to say thanks for stopping by. A Progressive Patriot Rant. It's been stamped official. I'll catch you on the flip side, hopefully tonight. Y'all take care. Be good. Lovely sky. Let me catch the breeze on the bike. Later.